Hey everyone, in this video we're going to look at the diatonic chord changes in C major. So I'll demonstrate each chord first and talk through it, and then I'll just demonstrate the exercise that we want to work through playing all the diatonic chords in a kind of a progression sense. So when we talk about the diatonic chords in C major, we're talking about C, F, and G major, and then D, E, and A minor. And we'll leave the diminished chord out for right now and just focus on our 1 through 6 chords. So I'll use a couple different ways to refer to these chords. I'll talk about them in Roman numerals, so as the 1 chord, 2 chord, 3 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord, 6 chord, and also as tonic, supertonic, mediant, subdominant, dominant, and submediant. So the 1 chord or the tonic chord is C major. The 2 chord or the supertonic chord is D minor. And you're going to notice we're using the pinky for this as opposed to the 3rd finger. The 3 chord or the mediant chord is E minor. I'll be using the 1-2 fingering for this. The 4 chord or the subdominant chord, we're actually going to make a 7th chord. So instead of worrying about the 1st fret on the 1st string and making that little bar, we'll just play 3rd fret on the 4th string, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, 1st fret on the 2nd string, and then open. So this would be F major 7. Then the 5 chord or the dominant chord would be G major. And then finally the 6th chord or the submediant chord is A minor. So to begin to practice getting comfortable with all these chords, what we'll do is we'll keep a simple whole note harmonic rhythm, slow, and then we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 2 chord, D minor, 2, 3, 4 to the 3 chord, E minor, 2, 3, 4 to the 4 chord. Remember that's major 7, 3, 4 to the G chord, 2, 3, 4, and then finally the A minor chord, 2, 3, 4. Now, once we have that, we'll practice changing back and forth to C major between each chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4, D minor, 2, 3, back to C major, 2, 3, now to E minor, 1, 2, 3, back to C major, 1, 2, 3, now to F major 7, 2, 3, 4, now to C major, 2, 3, 4, now to G, 2, 3, 4, back to C, 2, 3, now to A minor. So now I'm practicing changing from tonic, C major, to each of the other chords. And then to truly get comfortable playing between all the chords in C major, what then I would do is move to each successive harmony and then practice all the changes from there. So next I would go to start with D minor and go 1, 2, 3, 4, then the E minor, 2, 3, 4, back to the D minor, 2, 3, 4, F major 7, 2, 3, 4, D minor, 2, 3, 4 to the G major, 2, 3, 4, D minor, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4. So what I did there is I went from the 2 chord to the 3 chord, to the 2 chord, to the 4 chord, major 7, to the 2 chord, to the 5 chord, to the 2 chord, to the 6 chord. So then now I would go to the 3 chord, the E minor chord, 1, 2, 3, and go to the 4 chord, F, major 7, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4 to G, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4 to A, 2, 3, 4. Now I'd go to the 4 chord, F major 7, 3 to the 5 chord G, 2, 3, back to the 4 chord, F major 7, 2, 3, 4 to the 6 chord, 2, 3, 4. And then finally the 5 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And once I have all those changes, now I've changed between there's every diatonic possibility in there. So for example, now if I'm looking at a 1, 5, 6, 4 progression, I've already practiced my C to G, I've already practiced my G to A minor, and then I've already practiced my A minor to the F. So then as I start playing these in progressions, so whatever chord progression I see, once I can make all those changes, then I'm comfortable with it because I've already practiced them. Instead of practicing each chord change individually, those are all the combinations in C major. So one other thing that I would practice on this is trying to keep that rhythmic integrity strict. So if you're having a hard, what we don't want to practice is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this. So we want to keep those 4 beats consistent, because when we play music, we have to keep that harmonic rhythm strict. So what I would practice as you're getting more comfortable with this is practicing from, maybe don't actually hold the chord for the full 4 beats. Maybe you only hold the chord for 2 beats. So I go 1, 2, and then during 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then as I get more comfortable with that, then maybe I can hold it for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And then, and you could see the way I was pressing the notes down, I was still kind of building the chords. And you can look at the other video, the independent chord exercise, finger exercises, to work on the interdependence and independence. So we stop building and we start placing. But this is how we want to start practicing our chords in C major.